Hello, and welcome to Make Up a Story, Brandon.
Hello, this is the 7th episode.
Wow,
We made 7 episodes already. I'm quite proud of that.
Yeah, to be honest, it's been all right, isn't it?
Oh my God, 7 episodes. We started already a long time ago, and we keep going.
Keep going strong.
What is our goal on this? Like, do you think like we will get to 20 maybe?
Yeah, I think we've gotten to 7 for me in no time, so I don't see why not. We shouldn't.
Well, we
to
should
20.
stop, no?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, should we stop for Christmas?
I mean, on Christmas, I think you're gonna be away. Yeah,
I'm gonna be away. Yes,
yeah,
for
you're gonna be
sure.
away. Maybe
Like
we can
2
do
weeks?
like a remix, like a compilation of the best
Compilation.
moments.
I hate doing compilations. You know.
The best and funny bits of the
Okay.
podcast. So, because in Christmas we will have like maybe 12 episodes.
Yeah, something like
yeah.
that. Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah,
We can do a compilation or a Christmas special.
a Christmas special.
And then we post it and we live for like 2 weeks and then we take it back up in the new year.
I like it.
Yeah.
Mm.
You like the idea?
I like the idea.
Nice.
You need to put it closer or
Yes, I
speak
think-
louder.
I need to speak. Is this better? Yeah, it
that's
looks like
better.
it's better. Okay,
Um,
so yeah, I think we can also record the Christmas special in the Canary Islands because we're going to the
we
Canary
are going
Islands.
to Canary Islands together.
Yeah. Also, have we rolled the intro yet?
No.
All right, roll it. So we're going to the Canary Islands together.
Yeah, we are going there. By the way, we need to book today
Oh yeah, we have
The-
to book the car.
the car, the hotel, but no hotel, the villa.
Our villa, that's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, I mean we can do one episode there. Yeah, we can do it. It's just
Yeah.
taking all the things.
All the things. I mean, I'm gonna take my computer.
It's
so
true, yeah,
You don't
you-
need to take. Well, you.
No,
will.
I need to
Oh,
take my
yours.
computer as
You need
well.
to take yours. That's sorry. That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
we,
but
we,
can
can,
do-
we can have a look
we
and
can,
see how
we can do it there because the view will be amazing. To
exactly.
like with the background of the whole thing.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here.
As you can see, we
It's-
are kind of cold.
It's
we are
really
with the
cold.
jackets and everything. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, and you can see my house is empty. I said in the last episode that I have to move. Really sadly for me.
Yeah. After how long?
After I like to say 6 months, but it hasn't really been 6 months. It hasn't been that long, and it's really sad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's life, and in a way, it's what I signed up for.
Yeah, you knew that this could happen.
Yeah, I knew that I could be given my notice at any time. So this has happened sooner than I expected because I was hoping to get in this house from like 6 months to a year at least. And it didn't happen, which is very sad. But it's life.
And you don't have that
Unfortunately.
much time to prepare as well, because
Yeah, so I was given my notice. And I have effectively 6 days in London to find a place. Not because the notice was too short, but because I was going away like 2 days to see little bit more of England. And also I was going away. I'm going away to Spain.
yeah.
So it was just, I got really stressed out. I was giving my notice, I think, on a Wednesday. You were away,
Yeah.
and you couldn't believe I was telling you that they had given me my notice. They also called me, and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Blah blah. And they were like, "No, just so you know, we're gonna give you your notice, and you have to vacate the property within 28 days." And I was like, "Oh my god! Like, what do I do with my life?" Thankfully, the same people that I have this house with had another property,
Yeah.
and within less than 24 hours, I got a new place.
So did they offer you or you asked them?
I think we need to recap a little bit because I don't live in a normal property. I don't have a landlord. Well, someone will own this property, but the difference is that I'm a guardian, so I'm effectively protecting the place from squatters or vandalism, anything that could happen to it.
And just keep it alive, like in terms of like cleaning it. And
Yeah, exactly. Keeping it tidy, that people from the outside can see that this property is occupied.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is a really good thing.
it's amazing, and therefore my rent is cheaper than it would be in another place. So yeah, so I'm with this agency that does guardianships, and when they gave me my notice, which I knew by contract is 28 days, when they gave me my notice, I went into their website and looked what properties they had available,
Yeah.
and thankfully the day after they had viewings, and I went to the viewing and I wanted the place and I got in contact with them, and of course, like, because I'm living one property of theirs and I've been with them for now 2 years, they kind of know me / trust me, I hope. And they gave me the new place within less than 24 hours, which was really good, and it's generally not normal in London. That's why I was like super anxious and almost not panicking, but like really like, fuck, like I need to get my shit
Of course.
together, you know. So that was really tough, but it got solved fairly quickly. And even though I signed my new contract like the week after, I think, so it was a week of a little bit of uncertainty, but it was really good. I had to paint the walls that I had blue with like the little wave, which I loved.
Yeah.
But you know, it's life, and I knew this could happen, even though it's really sad and it's very annoying. Then we now have to go and take the van and move everything. I am very grateful to you, Brandon, like, because you helped me move here and now you're helping me move there. And yeah, I think we need to find someone else that also helps, because
But it's such an amazing ride, because it was on the second episode or the first episode we talked about like how to rent a house in London, and now we're getting back into this because this has happened to you. So this is just a call to everybody, like, don't worry. Like I was talking to my girlfriend, like the way you took this thing, because somebody else, this happens and they will go crazy.
Yeah, I know.
They will go like, oh my God, no, why? Everything is happening to me and everything is not working.
Yeah, fair enough.
You are just so relaxed. And
I mean, I haven't always been like this. Like, I've had before, I think, like I said in the first episode where we talk about renting in London, I've once had to move within like a week and didn't have a place, and then moved the day after my actual move, so I had to like ask someone else to stay in their place and yada yada. But and I have had like really, really bad anxiety regarding this. Now I think is, you know, it's life, first of all. I thankfully have the money to do a move. I also have the money to put my stuff into storage if it's needed. I have the friends to stay over at, and if I wouldn't have the friends, thankfully I have the money to be a few months in a hotel like my friend here, who was maybe not 8 months, but I have the ability, let's say, to just go somewhere else, and I have the ability to just rent a room for however long I need until I settle again. So I was like, I have the resources. I mean, this is therapy. This is what therapy has done to me. I basically try and in a way fight my anxiety in a way, to be like, you're fine. Like,
well done. Yeah.
Food is not gonna, I'm gonna still be able to have food. Like, it seems so simple, but I'm still gonna be able to be fed. I'm gonna be fed, but I'm gonna feed myself actually. And you know, I'm gonna have a plate on the table, and I'm not gonna die. So everything's gonna be fine.
And you're going on holidays as well.
Yeah, but I was really scared because I know I could be anxious on holidays if I didn't have a place.
Yeah.
So that was it. And I also thought, you know, this is a opportunity for me, the fact that I have to move. Of course, it's really sad. It's going to be super tiring and I'm going to be anxious anyway. But for me, it's an opportunity because in this house is my first time living on my own. And you know how bills are going up and up and up. Gas and electricity in the UK is a joke at the moment. And because I was paying this flat and I was paying the bills, I didn't really have the means to save. I was still really grateful because it's just, I was living on my own. It's the first time I'm doing that. And I think it's great mentally to just be on your own. And, you know, I feel like I'm a grown up now, you know. So that was amazing, but I didn't have the means to save. So now, for me, this is an opportunity to go back to a smaller space, but I'm going to be able to save. And as we said in the first episode, I'm gonna start again being able to save to potentially be able to buy a house in the next 5 to 10 years, which seems a long way, but I think time also flies
But you never
really, really
know. Maybe
fast.
the next job, or did you get a lottery ticket, whatever, and you
Yeah, who
can.
knows? Yeah,
You never know how it was.
you get lucky, but I think also, don't you think that to get lucky you also have to get working?
Oh
Like
yeah, like
I,
these people, they say oh, this guy has like Bad Bunny. Everybody doesn't like Bad Bunny. They go like,
Mhm.
oh yeah,
Oh my god.
of course, Bad Bunny is not like a amazing singer or things like that, but he does the work, and he got
Yeah.
a bit lucky, and now he's a superstar.
I think yeah, you find the luck in the path while you're working. You know what
Yeah,
I
you
mean?
have to
Like
work it.
yeah. And my mom says this to me often, but I think she says it and says it less and less often as well, which is, "Oh, you're so lucky," and I'm like, "Well, mom, I have actually built this for myself. Like no one. I mean,
Yeah, should
I
be
have had
proud.
help for sure. Like I'm not gonna say, oh, I did this all by myself from the ground up. No, for sure. I have found people on the way while I'm working that have helped me, and I'm super grateful for it. But bro, like, trust me, like I haven't had an easy life,
Yeah.
you know. So I think that is
So
really
you're
important.
planning to stay a longer time in that new place?
Yes, I think so. I'm not sure we will have space to record the podcast, but I'm gonna try and make it nice so that um I can stay there for longer and I can save some money. And when I find a better place, I'll move. But I think it's a good place for me to be. I'm gonna be with my old flatmates as well, which I'm
Yeah,
really gonna enjoy.
that's really good.
I really, really, really like them. So it's gonna be very wholesome because I'm gonna have people to reach out. You know, when I need to talk to someone or whatever happens, I have people there.
Yeah.
Almost at my fingertips. You know, um, so that's gonna be amazing.
And you're
And
closer to work, you're closer
to the
to
center,
us.
exactly to
Yeah.
you.
So
I think it's gonna be all good. Like I'm so grateful of this place and I love it, but it's also true that it's fucking far. Like it's so far. Like yesterday, well, not yesterday, but in the last episode, I had to cycle for almost 3 hours on one day. Did 50 kilometers. It was fucking mad. So that's not gonna happen anymore. I'll probably do 20 kilometers instead of 50, which
and you're
is
doing it again today, no? Because today you're going to the city center or not?
no, yeah, but I'm gonna take the tube. Like today, I'm taking the tube. And probably if I come back late, I'll take just an Uber, and that's fine. But yeah, that
That's
will be an experience. So it's gonna. I think it's gonna be good. That's why, like, when you get this bad news, if you take it all badly, like, you're just gonna like drown yourself.
yeah.
Why would you drown yourself if you can fucking breathe?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's not the end of the world when this thing
exactly.
happens.
Yes. And yeah, I think it's a saying, you know, roll with the punches. Like,
Yeah.
life is gonna hit you, and I don't even think being given a notice for a flood is being hit. Life can hit you way harder, my friend. Like, yeah, bro, let me tell you.
Yeah. It's true. Like even if the worst thing that can happen to you, like there's always something that you have to be grateful for, because I don't know.
You're breathing.
Yeah. Life is just full of surprises, and you don't know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen.
Everything, like anything can happen. And I think it's very easy as well to say, oh, enjoy the moment, which I mean, I try, but
Yeah.
it's fucking hard as well. So I think it's a balance between enjoying and managing. I think managing your expectations
Yeah.
of what life can be, and trying to enjoy the moment within those expectations. In a way, I think I'm digressing too much here, but yeah, what do you think?
I don't know. I think you cannot do anything against that. Like that happens, they tell you have to move, you have to go, and you have to make the best out of it. You're gonna be
Yeah.
with friends. You're gonna be closer to people that you want to be with.
Yeah,
You don't have to travel that much. You already know the place, so it's
it's
not like
amazing.
it's
Yeah,
gonna be who's gonna be there or what's gonna happen or the kitchen or no,
it's gonna be
everything.
fine. Yeah, everything is there, and sometimes life puts you back in places that you were before.
Yeah, but
It's really fun, isn't it? Like, have
Yeah.
you ever had that experience?
yeah,
That
with work, yeah.
what happened?
That's why when I talk to people and they always ask me for advice in working in different places, I always say the same thing. Whatever happens to you, whatever you do in your work or in I don't know, a
Whatever
room,
happens,
a
yeah.
hotel, whatever, always go in a good mood, in a good side.
What do you mean always leave whatever you're leaving?
So if you're leaving because you're going to another work or you're leaving because you're moving to another place, do never go like mad at the landlord or at your boss, or always go through the door like with a smile, because you never know what life will give you later, because maybe you have to go. And that happened to me in the past. I left a company, but then after 2 years I went back to that company.
Oh,
but
wow.
they were so happy to get me back, and that's because every time I leave one job or a house, I always go in a good way.
Yeah, you always live in good terms.
Yeah, good
and
terms.
in even better terms if you can. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, that means house. That means anywhere. I think
Yeah.
that means
But some
anything.
people don't do it.
Even when you leave the gym. I mean, I have done it before as well. I have left places in bad terms, and that's really bad of me. And I have learned from it, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I also learned from you, that you're always like, life can be shit, but you always have the power to control yourself and to know in which way you react.
And it's hard. Like, it's really, really hard sometimes to go with that, because then you go like, why I have to be good in this? Imagine your landlord didn't fix the things in your house, and you go like, but still, maybe he has his issues or whatever. Or it's not for you to get mad, and because then maybe he will have another house and you will go to another house, and I don't know. It's always good to be in good terms with everybody. And
I have one thing in particular, a job when I was freelancing, that I left it. Well, I got kind of kicked out of it, and I sent a very passive-aggressive email that I shouldn't have sent.
Yeah.
And now I'm sad I did. But it's life, I guess.
You learn from like you said, learn from those moments.
Yeah, I think now I would have definitely sent an email, but it would have been way more chill, because I think I definitely closed doors for me there, and it's not ideal. Yeah. And at the same time, I guess you make people feel bad, right?
Yeah. For me, it's just, I always see a company as a group of people. And even though you work with somebody or you are friends with somebody and that person will treat you really bad, at the end of the day, I always go like, maybe something happened to this person. Maybe he's bad because something happened to the family member or to him or to her or whatever. So I don't know. I feel like I always go an extra mile. And when somebody talks to me in a bad way, when I take a bus or whatever, I go like, just let it go. You can respond in a good way and say like, okay, whatever, but don't get aggressive or get mad.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
I know it's hard, but
you're telling me because I don't get. I want to think. I get cheeky.
Don't be cheeky.
Don't be cheeky, darling. I remember when we were riding the bike together, and the road that we were cycling through was closed, and there was a car turning. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that day, yeah.
And I just pressed the bell, the car was turning, just to let the car know I was there. And he was like, are you not even going to wait for me to turn? I was like, no.
She just went through, like the car was turning, so she could have waited like 2 minutes. You could have waited 2 minutes.
Not even 2 minutes, it was like 30 seconds.
So then I let her go. The guy was screaming in the car, and then
was he screaming?
Yeah, he was screaming in the car.
What did he say?
I don't know. He was with the window down, but she was really mad, and
boy.
So then I was behind you, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. So then the guy saw that I was waiting, and he relaxed. He rolled out the window and he said like, thank you very much for that.
Oh, sorry, I feel I'm rude
because maybe you were in a rush, and then he was in a rush, and then that conflicts between all of us, and everything gets. And I think that happens in politics and everything. That
fair enough. I have to learn from you.
No, I have to learn from your experience, not from me.
But I think fair. But
Yeah.
I have nothing to say
It's,
to that.
it's like that. So yeah, that relates to when you leave this house. Then at the end of the day, the company owns other places, so you're gonna go into another place. So that's why
Exactly.
you've been 2 years with them, because you've been good to them. They've been good to you.
Yeah.
And now you have the option of, oh, I can move.
Yeah, exactly. I can find a place in less than 24 hours, which is mad.
Mad in London.
Sorry, I'm still thinking on the experiences, because I feel like in London, people are in such a rush and people are really rude to you. How can you just let that go? Like, I do sometimes. I'm fine. Like, I remember one instance when I was cycling and I crossed a traffic light when it was red, and this guy shouted at me like, "It's red," and I'm like, "Do you think I'm colorblind?" Like, I didn't say anything. I just went like, thumbs up.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way in which I'm cheeky.
Yeah.
I'm being a bit like, what
Sarcastic
the fuck?
in a
Yeah,
in a
sarcastic, yes. But I feel like that's kind of living it in goodish terms. Like, okay, yeah, I've acknowledged what you've said.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't know. How do you feel about that? Well, what would have you done in that instance?
I think I would have said sorry, because I
Really?
know that it was red.
Yeah, you know you're doing it wrong, and probably I'm not sure if police are allowed to fine you if you're probably they are, no?
Probably, yes. I don't know. But yeah, I would have said sorry most probably, because...
Yeah, because...
in the moment you go like, shit, he's right. In your mind, everything is just comes to once, and you're like, he's right, but I'm in a rush. He doesn't know my life.
Yeah.
And so...
Okay,
But
I see.
But I have responded like when I was younger, like when I was 18, I was started working, and in so many moments, I remember one of my managers and things like that, they were not doing the things the right way, and they were not doing their job.
Yes.
And they will do things to me, because I was always a young guy who will do everything, who will be creative, who will be doing all these things, and then these managers, they will go like, why is this kid, like, they liked me, but they didn't like the way that I was doing a lot, and it was way too much for them, because they were not doing that. So they wanted to be like the manager, so they will get mad, and they will reply to me in a bad way.
Yes.
And many times, and I learned from that, I replied in a bad way, like, you know, like, I'll get out of here, or like really bad in English, or even in Italian, or
really,
like, because they were Italians, and they were, or Italians and Spanish both.
Do you think the fact that you work in hotels and you were an entertainer, and you in a way had to always have your good face on, helped you kind of channel that energy of, you know, instead of getting pissed off at you, I'm gonna be nice? Yeah,
I think so.
That's
I
so
think it's just, I recommend to everybody to work in a hotel and just work with people for years, and then you get used to that.
I would hate to do that actually, but I think I'm good. I'm glad that I'm learning also from you in a way, like from the experience. From, you know, I am acting one way, you're acting another way, but you, especially with that car that was turning, you never told me anything about it. You were like, fine, you deal with life however you want to deal with it. And I deal with it my way. And I think that's a good way to teach people, without being like, you have to do this. You have you have to come early. Well, not early, on time.
It's true. It's like that. It's just, I don't want everybody to be like me. I don't want that. Or take the decisions on how I make them.
I think it's good to educate by example, by just doing, you know, you doing you, rather than by saying, you have to do this. Because I think as soon as you tell someone you have to do this, you have to do that, they just won't do it. Because that happens to me a lot when people say you have to do this, you have to do that. I'm like, no, no, I'm not even. I'm not doing it.
But one thing that I do, and people, and I don't do it. Well, I still do it. But I always, when there's something wrong, if I go in Ryanair or I go,
you fly in.
When I fly, or when I take a car, or when there's something wrong that is not supposed to be like that, or when somebody is rude to me for no reason, like maybe another, like in Ryanair, once they came rude to me because the guest in front, they were rude to them, and this girl came to me and she was so rude, like, and what happened? What happened? I don't know. She just threw to me like the headphones. It was a long time ago. She threw to me the headphones like that, like, oh, you want this? And I was like, I got so mad, I got pissed off because it was like, why do you treat me like that? I didn't do
Yeah.
anything to you. And so I don't get mad, but what I do is like, where
You
is your
did
manager?
get mad.
No, I didn't get mad, but like what I do is like, where
No.
is your manager?
You did get mad, but you didn't get mad at her.
Yeah, because there's no point.
But okay. So
yeah, I
you,
got mad.
you politely go and be like...
and that
where
I
is
do
your
it many
money?
times. And I used to do it in Canary Islands when the police will pull over many times.
Really?
Not for no reason, but like I think the way I dress and the way that I look, I don't know.
And your skin is not white.
It's not white, so
yeah.
they will always stop me. And I was always like, speak to them, because usually people, when the police stop them, they go really quiet. And they go like,
Yeah.
boom, like, I don't want to talk. But to
That
me,
that happens to me.
to me, I don't mind. They're normal people who are doing their job, and they
Yeah.
act like they are
Super serious,
Yeah.
super professional, which is
So,
not even a thing. Yeah.
I always talk to them, and then sometimes that, because I consider them humans.
Yeah.
It's just when they do something wrong, I go like, yeah, why do you stop me? Like, what's going on? And I was like, they didn't have anything. Like they will find something in the car. Like, oh, okay, do you have the light? Do you have the license? Do you have this? Do you have that? And I'm like, why do you?
Yeah,
keep
it's
stopping me?
literally just a random check.
Yeah,
That is not really even random. Like they pick up on things that they cannot tell you. Like
yeah,
they were like, oh, you don't look white. You have like black hair.
yeah,
And you might look a bit African or something, and that's the reason. But they cannot tell you this.
yeah. And
It's
so
like racial
that's what
profiling.
happens.
Oh my lord.
So it's just like I just get a little bit like always, and I like to fix things right away as well. Like for
Yeah.
example, there was a time my grandma had, like, she lives in a building, and she had a big tree in front of her, like it was so big, and she wanted the government to take it down, just to cut down a little bit the leaves and things
Because
like
it
that.
gets dangerous as well.
Yeah.
Because then when it rains, actually in my hometown it happened.
Yeah,
There was a tropical storm a few weeks ago, and a massive tree fell
oof.
and crushed 4 cars.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that's what happened. So
What happened?
when people don't deal with that, my grandpa, they were like, oh, don't worry, they will come at some point. If not, they come next year. I go like, no. So I went to the website. I went to the government website. I went to the mayor, and I called, and I told them, like, I live in this street, whatever. Like, this street's big. Can you come and fix it? And they were like, yeah, sure. We can send somebody next week.
Really?
And my grandfather was like, how do you do that? Like, and I said, like, I just do it. The only difference with me and you is just like, you just leave things to go. And me, I like to fix the things if I can right away. If they tell me no, okay.
It's the fact of taking action, I think.
Yeah.
And I think, that's why, And I think that's where you find luck as well. Like, you're taking actions. No, it's true. Like,
Maybe.
find luck, like, not in like, oh, you're lucky. No, it's actually you're taking actions to do something. Therefore, it's easier for you
Yeah.
to get yourself lucky and to actually get things done.
Yeah.
Because when you're in that role of problem, action, action, you are already in that role. So it's easier to even get luckier that someone that has problem, one action. They are gonna get way less lucky than you because they will be scared of taking action. They won't know how to do it. However, you are in the role. You're fine. You have done it many times. If you get a no, it's fine. Moving on to the next thing.
Sure.
Life.
But then I have an issue that it's not like you, and I like to learn more people like you. I cannot stop please people. Like,
oh yeah, you're a people pleaser, my friend.
when somebody asks me a favor or somebody asks me, it depends, of course. If I don't know that person, I will not help. But if somebody at work or in my family, they were, oh, can you help me with this? I end up doing it.
Yeah, I don't.
And you don't do that. And
No.
I would like to be a little bit more like that because sometimes I just give too much.
Yeah, I think that's right. There is different priorities in life, I guess.
Yeah.
And to me, as selfish as it sounds, my priority is this person right here. It's myself.
Yeah.
I need to be in a good position. I need to be good mentally, good physically, to be able to help someone else. I'm not going to put myself below someone else because I'm not going to be in a good position to help them.
Yeah.
And if I'm not in a good position and I help you, I'm going to end up fucked up. So what's the point?
Yeah.
And so that's also related to creating boundaries with people.
Yeah.
And to be like, I can help you until this point. One day I can help you, maybe tomorrow I won't be able to help you. You know, and it's so simple and it's so hard at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at by any means.
But you're better than me.
Okay, I can give you that, but I'm not good by any means. It's hard to put boundaries to people.
Yeah.
It's hard to say no because you don't want to disappoint people.
Yeah.
But I think the good thing to learn first is that we are gonna disappoint people regardless. So do it with intention.
Yeah.
Do it to help yourself, because we're going through life. Doesn't matter what we do, we're gonna disappoint people because we're not in everyone's mind. We cannot please everyone. Not everyone will like us. Like, that's a fact. So I think I'm very sarcastic and to the point that sometimes I can be rude.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were like, I'm not gonna say it, but you said it, so great. But I'm to the point that can be rude because being rude is also a filter for people who don't want in my life. Why would I help you?
Yeah. I understand that. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be a bad person. I don't think I am. I mean, you're here, so I'm hoping you don't think I am a bad person either. But I'm not. Don't care. Like, sometimes you just
No, it's true, and you do a good job on that side. I'm getting better in terms of like saying no to some things, but it's true that sometimes I put other people's problems over mine.
Yeah.
And then
and
so that's why every time you tell me, oh yeah, they ask me to do something in the house, and I'm like, did you say no? You go like no.
And it's super hard. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like, oh yeah, I have said no so many times, so now it's so easy. No, it's hard every single time.
Yeah.
And sometimes I say no through other people instead of saying it no directly. Like, I think it's maybe easier, or maybe, So it's very tough every single time. But if people are hard, people are hard. If something that I'm also trying, because as I said, I'm very sarcastic. I'm very, sometimes to the point of being rude.
We are both sarcastic, but you go to the next level.
Yeah, I played yesterday. I played Cards Against Humanity, and I won because that's my kind of humor. And I know it can be really tough sometimes. And anyway, it's and sometimes it crosses a line that it shouldn't cross. But what I try to do now with people, because I know I'm this way, and I love to be this way.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hurt people that way. We're gonna hurt people regardless, yes. But I don't want to hurt you because I'm saying something. So when I'm, for example, our friend Charlie, that I'm always making fun of her accent.
Yeah.
So
you're not making fun of you're
I know, but it's just to take it as an example.
Comedian.
I always try to say, if I know I'm taking the piece of something way too much, I always try and say to the person, if this hurts you, let me know. I will stop immediately.
Yeah. No, you always say that. I've seen you do it.
Because no one has ever told me, oh, this is too much. But I cannot wait until someone tells me, stop, Alba, I don't like this.
Because you like to get to that point? Like,
no,
to the limit?
No. Because I want my friends to have boundaries with me the same way I have boundaries with them.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the healthiest point, because I'm getting to you. I'm actually being able to touch you and to know where your boundaries are and where your feelings end and begin. And I love that.
Yeah.
Because then I'm truly getting to know you.
Yeah.
Because if you're like, it's fine, I don't care. No, bro, like, you're a fucking person and things hurt you.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you and me, we don't have many boundaries.
You think? No, I think I do, bro. You know what I did the other day? I was talking to a friend, Sylvia Darling, and she likes to send me this emoji that shakes. And I was don't send me this emoji. It fucking gives me more anxiety than I already have. Thank you very much. She was like, okay, fine. That's such an easy boundary, but it's the beginning of something,
Yeah, that's true. It makes you, as a person, they will know you more. They will know what you need and what you want.
And we are all different people. We have all had different experience, and we all have different baggage. And some things might trigger us that might be super simple, like a fucking emoji. Like, who cares about an emoji? But I do, because it just gives me more anxiety, and it can sometimes be things that you cannot explain, you know? So it's very, it's very fun. And sometimes, even though you cannot explain them, I'm super happy and super open to respect people's boundaries. Because I think some people, when they are like, oh, we're friends, we're friends because we have fun. No, we are friends because we actually connect in a deeper level. And as deep as that sounds, I also have friends where I just go for a drink with, and that's fine. But my friends that I
But you
would,
will call them friends.
ish, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't have
fine.
that definition. But the friends that I would call when I am in fuck shit, like I'm in like deep
Yeah.
shit. Sorry, I'm swearing a lot in this episode. Are not the ones that I go for a drink with.
Yeah, they're different. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good to separate that as well, I guess, because because I think the friends that I most connect with, I definitely see more often. Of course, if we can, if we're living in different countries, not. But if we can see each other often, I would see them more often. And the ones for a drink, I would see them when it's convenient for me.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be like, yeah, let's, no, don't care. Generally, like, those are my boundaries. Like, if we go for a drink, we have fun, great. But I'm not gonna prioritize you in my life, because I prioritize people in my life who give me, not even give me, like, where we can feed each other,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we can connect. Yeah, and I feel like I know them more.
But that's why friends are really hard to find. That's
Yeah,
why friends are really.
I don't have many friends. I don't know about you.
I don't have many friends. No, no, no. I from all the years in the past, I think I only have one friend that it's really there, and he lives now in Tenerife. And it's like, he's the only one that I go like, he's a friend from the past. And here in London, I have I have maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah,
The rest are people that I know that, yeah, we can go for. I
you
don't
could
know.
hang out with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah.
But like real friends, like if something happens or if something happens to them, they know they can call me. So
Yeah, I agree. I don't know how many friends I have, but I don't have many.
not many.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
When people tell me, no, I have so many friends, like kids in school, like they always say, oh, I have these friends.
I had someone tell me, I'm reaching my level of having too many friends. I cannot keep up with texting people on WhatsApp. And I think that is your lack of boundaries, because if I would have many people reaching me,
Yeah.
I would only pick the best people and have 10 people maybe. If you have that so many friends that you cannot keep up with, it's so funny. No, that's not you having so many friends. Sorry. That's you not filtering your good friends.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to connect with 30, 50 people in a deep level. Like, it's impossible. So you're basically trying to please everybody. By replying to the WhatsApps or doing whatever. Like, you don't need that many people in your life.
I feel like your real friends don't talk to you every day.
No, not even every week or every month.
Because one of my oldest friends in Tenerife, we talk once every 6 months.
Yeah,
And
same.
You don't need, your friend doesn't need to know your life every day.
Yeah, no.
Because that's not a friend, that's somebody who doesn't have anybody by his side, and he's like, oh, I want to talk to someone.
What do you do today? Like, bro, like, and we probably, like, we now work together, so we of course know about each other every single day. But it might happen the day in some time that we won't see each other for 6 months, or we won't talk to each other in 6 months.
Yeah.
But I know that I can reach out to you, be like, are you in the Canary Islands? Are you here? Are you there? Like, why not?
Yeah. I think that's the
Also, me
a friend.
predicting this, it might not happen. Like, you know what I mean? But because you don't know how your relationship dynamic is in like long distance until that thing happens. But I'm guessing here. I'm completely guessing.
Yeah, it's true. And that when I see my grandfather, and like he's 94, he lost all his friends in the past, and they died, of course. And then it's just, I think of his life and I go like, how many friends? I never talk to him about this because it's just a little bit like, I don't want him to be sad or remembering these kind of things. My grandmother is completely different. She's going to be 90 now. And she always tells me about her friends. And when she tells me about her friends, I can relate so much because she tells me these stories of, I remember going with her to the cinema and we will talk every week. She will not, of course, at the time there was no WhatsApp or anything. There weren't even phones. There were just one phone in the house and they will talk to each other only once a week. But she had a friend for over 50 years and she died like a few years ago. And she still remembers that feeling. I go like, wow.
I think that's also because this is also my guess, because men are less used to sharing their feelings.
Yeah.
So of course you can have your mates, like probably your grandpa had his mates to go for a drink.
Yeah, but I don't think that
But
will be their friends.
he didn't have his mates
Yeah.
to actually be like, "Fact, I'm fucked up today. This is going through my mind. This is what I'm feeling. Just wanna tell you. I don't
Yeah.
want you to fix it. I just want to tell you."
And my grandfather used to live here in London for many years.
Really?
He lived
He
here.
was an English teacher, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was an English teacher, and then he lived here and he lived in Germany. He traveled around the world, but he
Wow.
lived in London for a long time. And I imagine, like, for sure, he had a lot of friends, and I would love to know that.
For sure, he met a lot of people, but
Not
that's the-
friends, not
yes.
people who will be there for
Yeah.
him. Because
and it's really sad because then you grow old. Like, well, you know, I'm an only child. I might grow old and I might be by myself, but at least for now, I'm enjoying it. You
yeah,
know?
I will be happy. It's like I was sitting watching this morning. I love watching these videos from AD. You know, they do the
No.
tours of the houses of the
No.
famous people. And today I was watching the video, and I was like, these famous people, and they were like, "Oh, this is the living room when I bring my friends and we have drinks every weekend." And they,
So
and I'm like, "Are they really your friends? Like, you are super rich, you've got a lot of money, you've got no time, and you call your friends to come over to your house."
yeah, I know.
How many of them, like, are you really your friend? Because in the videos, then you see her, like, I don't know. I don't know. I would love to know, like, rich people, like, it will be so hard for these people to find friends.
Yeah, I was listening to the Diary of a CEO yesterday. Mace Williams, you know,
Yeah.
Arya Stark.
No.
Is from Game of Thrones. Is one of the main actresses. She started
Okay.
acting when she was 12. And she said she's so lucky that she grew up in a council state. And she's so lucky that now she doesn't have to worry about money. But she said, but money doesn't relieve the pain,
Yeah.
you know? So everything that you have in your background, anything that's going on right now, you have to deal with regardless of how much money you have.
That's true.
And the emptiness of not having friends, I would love to have more friends as well, but yeah, it's so hard as well, especially in London, to be like, woo, let's, you know,
Yeah.
let's go on.
But I feel like in London, for example, you don't have that. Your buddies that you go to for a drink or work, you become so close to them that
Yeah.
sometimes you don't know the difference between a friend and the people you work with.
No, I think
It's difficult.
no, I think we're very lucky. I think we're very lucky. I don't think it's true that throughout the jobs that I've had throughout the past years, there is the current one and my very first job that I still have
Yeah.
friends, and I think we are very close, and it's amazing. But I don't think that happens in every single job. But it's true that the people in your day-to-day life, at the end of the day, are the people who you're going to see the most, and that the people that hopefully you're going to get to know the most. But that's not always the case.
Yeah, because in hotels, I used to work like almost 18 hours a day with the same people every day. But I can say that I have
Workaholic.
I have a closer relationship with people now in my workplace, in our workplace, than what I had in Canary Islands in hotels.
Yeah,
And it's not. And we were spending more time together, but I feel like
But when you were working in the Canary Islands, did you get a chance to meet people outside of work? Because I guess here it's hard, but was it in the Canary Islands any easier?
no, I didn't have the time to go.
Oh yeah, you were working 18 hours a day.
I only
My
had one day
God.
off. I only had one day off on
Oh,
Saturdays,
my Lord.
and one was my day off. I didn't want to meet with them because I wanted to have some time by my own with my
For
ex-girlfriend at the
yourself.
time. So it's just like
Oh,
a
my
little
Lord.
bit like, yeah.
It's very hard.
So now, yeah, I agree with you. Like, we are very lucky in our position now that we have
Yeah.
really good relationships with
Because
our
I don't think I'm
coworkers
gonna go somewhere else and be like, woo, like I love no.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I guess that's today's episode. It's
Yeah.
been super interesting. I've
Yeah.
really enjoyed it.
It was like kind of like a therapy
Yeah,
talk.
like we were gonna talk about the house and we ended up talking about therapy, but you know, best
I would like to see
moments-
as well, like the
What?
video, because at the beginning I was like really much higher, but
And
my
now
body
you're
now
like-
is like really down.
behind the microphone.
Yeah, I feel like every time I'm bringing down the microphone, but I should be bringing my body up. Like
Yeah. Posture, my darling.
that. Oh, posture.
Anyway, we will see you in the next episode.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Brandon.
Bye.
Peace.